Today, as Ghana looks to the future, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia stands ready to lead. His vision of economic transformation, unity and progress resonates across the country, inspiring hope in millions. This is the story of a leader who rose from humble beginnings to become a beacon of hope. This is the story of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the economist, the statesman, and the people's candidate.
And that's a brief documentary there at the NPP rally. Now let's head to the Zurich Park, and Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman is just delivering her speech.
Emma NDC for nyina anya adwuma so na omaye ni esane mebi sane kome gabi anya ye bie o nya ba bie gabi anya ye bie nya bo moden won danya shi ni no ni won ta wo ka ya che we are all tired. Obia so abre. Enti JM Victor no ba. Ejinamene was so memenda. Samahu. Ejinamene was so memenda. Na mo ashem kase se. Me wa reshem kase se. Ye ndisi fo ne yenye hufuo. Yenye hufuo. Ohawa aba omayi mu no. So we are abofra afe ni ebe wo de atwen so ya abofra ya wo preko vaccine na ya asem wa ya abofra wo primary school fiansia ni winya book da entinim de ebe na abofra no odi ko nanim na ne nua pani so awokodu secondary school no na okọ school 3 weeks na oba fie 3 months eno no yekosua wo hemfa entimo hu se we ya abofra wo we ya bebu no we ya penimo obi enya ne de ne ya won penifo no mu ene se ja onim se ne pension no e wo sa de ebeye enti osiesie ne sika kakra bibi ya ne fe kro se mi hui ne je me ho daachi okoye we nyina wie ya obi so bibi aba e fre no haircut won mu kra no om de ya ma ahweho kese won ma sum oman kwan paso Ese adi obi nyane de ye say ye ton ade ne ento say ye free ayento na ni nyina mu say ye mofra say ye bebu na otifie say ye empenifo a wo mo sanka musika no sankrofo nyina no samo behwo de mani betu form ahwe bibia eho na behu say e ma na brekese me nyanu ma mo ha e ma no wo henfa use no wa henfa em friend o mini ha o mother asamfo aba ko pani edija mo eni da so ho na eni da so ne ye be chance memenda minim so obi abeba esanye nipa ba ko na obre said ameka men kasapi men da nyeshi baraka medamo ase bebre me do bia so weja ne bibia no oba ha na bibi wutu kwan bia no obi sa ho sei dia odi wanim no otesen yera Mahama yehu no da na say yehu no da yeyim so obuade yenim so odi nokre yenim so onjen nko aho yenim san hyehyɛ ode ba no eso obi aso eno ne amambu papa wo ba ya yehu dia wo ye mama yanka ya yasan mesre mo memene da a eye ochi na chi ye momodia de o se ne buafu mento aba ne bio ye se yesrew ubuafu ne ati ase ne mo beto aba no de o se o me de mento ma NDC da mo kan chance se samri de Mia mami odende maba. Misi obia metubi. Ma yen. Na normal Daniel ebeko yenso ama yenya. Thank you all very much. Madam Wasi.
Thank you. Let's give it to our mother. Let's show some love. Ladies and gentlemen, now pay. Now pay. Whoa. So.
Hey! 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 Are you ready? The Onapo man is in the house. The Onapo man is in the house. Are you ready for crying? Are you ready for crying? Let me see your hand. Move it in the air. Let's welcome our brother, Nasir.
Hey!
And it does look like it's almost the climax for the NDC at that rally. At least the running mate has just spoken, so we are waiting for the flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama, to speak. As they introduced Nasir earlier, Ken Ejepong spoke at the NPP rally. Let's bring that back to you.
Before my former president, President Akufo, my godfather, my president, the sitting president, Akufo-Addo, and the first lady, my good friend, the vice president, and the second lady, up to all of them. Party Maeshia, and you may as some of my person me dikai kanise. Nukureni, uta kwadia, no in America. Momonse ma vice president. If you say a Juma 1 year. Wato all over the country. Okwa ni metiem na mekwa me hu footprint ho e chese oye adwuma. We na kire se masemo ani se eye na asie kase e na me di ma party manyina samogina pintin na mo di party yachi abapim enne Ochire nachi nadichia memenda ni yakoto aba mesremo moma yankasa nchire ye ho ni ye ho obia ni buafu onyi abufu amfiri ni mu na there is only one political party a ewo Ghana ha eba choboy Mama yanko ya chikakra. The year 2000, me kai papa day. Enna me call for Su Roman Catholic Hospital. Me koshe obia. Ya call no me organizer. Ya call campaign o okonum zefuo. Enna me yam ekano. Enti me owani ya from so organizer. Ya dina kotu hospital. Enna me call. Because no mi jira nimpa ho ena obi bo machi obo machi no mi twa mani na abrantie bi a yeso no na yakwafuom meminda kwasiada the following week ni asa akodo meminda kwasiada ni ayo 4 boys na sa abrantie no ka ho bi ena mbisa nso yaw na ahanso o se na yiri awo na other hospital I want to intia continue ward na woda no enti menene call ya no me hu enkwala baako 15 edunum omni omo maame no ma ya loku omo and cash and carry hospital ba na cheso ye sikani Akufo bae and what the national health insurance bae ebema ohiani ko hospital ni insurance kura no nti doctor hwe no osikani ko hospital insurance kura no doctor hwe no ansoa ema apimfo ko hospital awo kanu amoja atu no doctor timi hwe nanim no wawu na ne ba no so wawu efise oniska ana president Akufo edi free maternal care bae from Ada oba no benyam kopim se obewo no oko hospital free choboy ansuwa president Akufo sabre no empenfu amuwo mu ha mo bedi adanse se enkola akosku ya no omusu nkonwa ene kosku and what the capitation grant buy filling all the classrooms with chairs, tables, and kola koskuya. Womunya baby tuna in buy. So we and kola waha, a more duaso a koskuya, a duasa and kosku, and number duanikaka ombedienti. A hutra kakira buys and second term no. And a Ghana for a buffo. Omai muayade yan tuaba a hono President Mills take advantage. Okwa say oh mini anom awala nyimze amama say me nyam sumuni me ahobrasini onto a one time premium obi antua bia utua ba kwa untua bia mkosi se obewu sana si ya na ebiam Oba, I say, electricity, otumitia, no magic so, Debbie, ensu otumitia, Debbie, petrol otumitia, Debbie, I'm a meba metro do, boom, boom, boom. Oba, yes, 6 weeks, I say, Ebe, President Akufo, why are so? Oma, ensu buasuko, suru, boom, electricity, boom, petrol, boom. Na watching siapeo mesremo sabra ni ye wo mu biem no ha ewiase awai achade bia ni wiase a onipa da sani betimi di ache obaka kire ose ko school free mo tie ni ye choboy na Lienti amijina hati tiru any free SHS NT free SHS mami kama sembi ansa na makasa monsema President Akufo-Addo Choboy President Akufo-Addo say so was it caniba cosquia or here ni banzo cosque ye and now we shall resource a eba and here for my oman so dia so I'm betting me do a Mako school and now obitiminya 8 days obi 6 days put your here and now omutiminya scholarships eco university kai who say oba and so betimia yesa Nienti ayantuma Dr. Bawumia ni se ukwa to number 1 if he say Dr. Bawumia woni Nana Akufo-Addo esayin abo free SHS ho buying ama enkola 5.7 million etimi akọ secondary school Choboy the cost of free SHS no the only person obetimi aba protect ama wunu a wofie oba a wofie a won susu obeko school atimi akobi no jisa otuma Dr. Bawumia if he say eni padudu onu akoto aba nyina no obia ni wa wo free SHS ho anim de jisa Dr. Bawumia ke mesremo abufuo bi a wo bia mo no won fantu nche mo sore memenda no pa mo nkodi life first ukoto aba ni wi a sa akofie ekofra wunua no ono nso emeto Na Ghana ebetimi ayeyi the only political party obetimi ama Ghana ayeyi NPP. Choboy Kimesramo adisradiye enamde sramo samonko namonko tuaba yamfama NPP yamfama Dr. Bawumia na ontumi mebo free SHS any national health insurance Usha hospitals agenda 111 make all rounds campaign time remotest area ubekono na yesi hospital you can't beat MPP na me suchira ema titiru na me suchira mo efise oman mu yadina ema ne nkwala na ho chiri won kese choboy me amigina ha emema gina we the president move fajem emema ya akohifo efise se mimi was star bi ho ba we young man mensuame ada me kofi anwumira me hu se me bottom area no ade achi anu ma sheda.
One-time presidential aspirant Kennedy Ohene-Ejapon there speaking a while ago at the NPP rally. And we have a few more speakers to go. The former president, the president, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Let me take you to the NDC Zurich Park in Medina. And the former president, John Dramani Mahama, is just about to mount the stage to deliver his speech.
Eyezu, Eyeza, Eyezu, Eyeza, Ehejo, Emefa, hey. Thank you very much. My brothers and sisters, I've just come hot off the campaign trail in the Ashanti region, and I want to tell you that the people of Ashanti region extend their greetings to all of you, and they say on Saturday you are going to be surprised at what is going to come from Ashanti region. Ezu, my brothers and sisters, my beloved Ghanaians, the time is now. The time to replace fear with hope is now. The time to replace cynicism and disillusionment with courage and determination is now. The time to replace poverty and insecurity with solid development and safety for all is now. The time to restore the economic fortunes of Ghana is now. Ladies and gentlemen, the time to reset our country, Ghana, is now. Saturday's election is not just another election. It is a defining moment for our nation. It is a choice between the Ghana we have today and the Ghana we want together. A Ghana of opportunity, prosperity, and justice for all. Our young people deserve to live in a Ghana where their voices are heard and their dreams can become reality. The working people of Ghana deserve decent, sustainable jobs that enable them to care for their families and live with pride. And I mean well-paying jobs. People in the public sector deserve recognition for their merit. They also deserve stability, predictability, and good working conditions. Our entrepreneurs deserve a free and fair market where their ingenuity and industry can thrive. Women and girls deserve true equality, safety, and the chance to reach their full potential. And every Ghanaian deserves leadership that puts the people first, that fights corruption, and that builds a nation we can all be proud of. My comrades and friends, this is why I'm committed to building a stable, safe, and viable 24-hour economy that creates opportunities for millions of jobs to be created. I am committed to implementing economic measures to fight inflation and make food more affordable for all Ghanaian households. And this is why I'm committed to running the leanest government in our country's history, with no more than 60 ministers and deputy ministers of state. And also a low number of political appointees, and cutting out wasteful government spending and scrapping the payment of ex gratia. And this is why I'm committed to waging a relentless war on corruption. Operation Return All the Loot. This operation will be implemented with dedicated zeal to retrieve the stolen monies and properties for our country's development and for the benefit of our young people. I'll fight corruption to restore integrity and fairness, which are two critical ingredients missing from the governance of Akufo-Addo and Bawumia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I'm committed to empowering women and ensuring that they are no longer treated as second-class citizens in their own nation. The stature of my able vice presidential candidate, soon to be the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, and our plan to set up a Women's Development Bank to support the establishment of more women-owned businesses and our traders from tabletop to large-scale businesses are all practical demonstrations of that commitment we have. My fellow Ghanaians, I cannot do this alone. Your vote is your voice. Your vote is your power. And your vote is the key to unlocking a better future for the people of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to take action on Saturday. This is not a decision we can leave for another time. It is not a decision we can leave for another election or another generation. This is our moment, and the time is now to bring about the change we need in order to reset Ghana. We need to reset our democracy, to reset our governance, to reset our economy, to reset our finances, reset our agriculture, reset our infrastructure, environment, reset our health and education sectors, and everything else that we hold dear as Ghanaians. It's a collective responsibility. And so let us vote on Saturday to reject despair and to choose hope. Let us vote to reject impunity and choose respect. Let us choose hard-working and trustworthy leadership. My comrades, Ghanaians are going to hold us to a higher standard than they have held the NPP. And I want to remind you once again that there is no use fighting for political power if we would come and commit the same atrocities that they have inflicted on the people of Ghana these last 8 years. My brothers and sisters, Ghanaians are going to put their trust in us on December 7th, but we must prove ourselves worthy of that trust. The change we are all looking for starts with you, and I promise you that we will work together to be able to put our country back on its feet. December 7th is just 2 days away, and I encourage all of you to vote for John Mahama, and I'll make you all proud of the Ghana that we are going to build together. Ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to vote wisely, and I want to caution the NPP administration and to caution our security services and the military and the entire body of people who are in charge of supervising this election. I urge you to resist the nefarious actions that some people are planning. To the people of Ghana, the National Democratic Congress will go to the polling stations with you. Together, we will police and courageously protect our votes and resist all attempts to steal them. Minyanum, me pese me damu nyina ase. Ye executives nyina omo constituencies no and our regional executives, branch executives. Ghana fo nyina ye share omo abra ye ba campaign ewo munkro anase mumpeso aso. Awa tu sronko a modeje ye no nyame enhyira mu nyina. Emre na so se ye fa ahudi a etosu mienu 7 December eba na emre na so se osoma oba krom wabese ye bibia emre na so se sa osono no ye pam no na oso enrem ezu minanum me kachre mo se NPP fo ankasa omo apaba NPP fo ankasa eye omo ferie ni Nana Akufo-Addo ene Bawumia aban abeye omo ensusu se ni ana omo kanina na eye entro ena omudi enti omo ankasa omo abamabu enti NPP fo bebre me na make akire mo mimi da ebe 7 December Ghana nyina na beto aba enye NDC ni floating voters nkwa NPP for the B ebe voti ama NDC sada no ezu efise nya eya me nafofo a wo sa party mu eka kire me kokwam ene say President Mahama Akufo-Addo ni Bawumia omo government yi agu ye party hu fi agu ye party enimase enti Kenya ho na ko okoden na ma ye party no enko opposition every say ye pese ye ko opposition na nipa kakra omo age ye party aboso no ye je ye party efri omonsem ni esiesie ye party ni biom ansa ni abepre abatu obiom ezu eza enfie wotwe Nana Akufo-Addo ene Bawumia beje oman no ensema omo ka 2016 ene wo ka ni omo ka ye na wo ka ne se ni omo ka ye no na omobuafu na enye me na me ka ye enye NDC for ne ka ye omo akasa obi amfa sika nto omkom so omo ka ni omo ka no Ghana yeye mobododo Ghana nye hiamai yeti sikaso eswe komde wane kai eme Nana Akufo Jack Toronto ne kai ezu eza teachers are suffering, nurses are suffering, and farmers are suffering. Policemen are suffering, doctors are suffering, and everybody is suffering. Mina be kind. Omo de ka myself. You can do all the propaganda with the economy you like. If the fundamentals are weak, exchange rate will expose you. Ezu, Eza, Samreno, na omundi, omaino soda. Nti na omo dwen se eyemre. Omo hwe se nia yebu omaino eko ana enyoma eko so. Na omo dwen se edafom. Na maybe me ka se trade fair me ka kire omo. Me say, hey, Moshe said, yeah, nyoma, yeah, Jumay. Mundi president down. And the Mamon Jay said, easy, be able to me. Na Nyamincha de Nyamide or young Agwagwade, if we say 2016, Obeka said, ye call abatwa ye din kugono na nyame empe asem enso ene be hwe machira a odi to mi ne hye omonsa ene sebe omoto adadi ne ombe ya na omaye no bibia embeka ho manante Ghana ha nyina bebia mekobia ahemfu nyina omo se na mo ye kwan baby amuja eno ehwa na aka na music school dai baby amuja eno ehwa na aka na mo twekania baby amuja eno ehwa na aka na mo mayesio baby amuja eno ehwa na aka ezu eza na 16 regions na mako ahefo asofo imamfo amanfo nyina 16 regions nyina obia je tumuse abato ayebetui nyame adawromanti yesu adawromanti inshallah NDC bedin kunim meme da ebe ezu as asofo any imam ponina bompaye eba NDC sa yendi kunim wabatonum na minim se nyame etie omompaye bo na kunim de so beye ye dia nyame adumti ezu enso minuanum bebi bebre ameko obi ase President Mahama ye beto ama enso yesrew boy yaba no ho ban na de ameka che omo ne se aba ye na beto no ye nyina ene bebo ho ban enti bebi amako bi amaka che Ghana fo se woto aba na woto wi a se woni bibia ya wo de nante ho se wo bibia wo de ko na ekobo 5 asambra na be hwe se ne be kan aba no wo video camera cha wo camera cha ye nyina ene be bie ye ni se ne be ya bato ne be ya frenchim ezu mo ye yi mo se mo kotna abato na no ye party agents, branch executives, ward coordinators, musika ye di chiamo ye de come regions into obia ebenyane de into obia enye dwumaden se ne be ya ye bebo abato no ho ban afi we de ye nae ye to abani wi a ye nyina ye na kopem se Yebe results no na Madam Jean Mensah Ebeka said, I wish to declare the winner of the 2024 presidential election and is the candidate of the NDC, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ezu Enyami adom ebebam abamu ewie ezu eza manyane ntiye se omo starte chiche sika ejuma ani efe ne MBSSI senya omo ye no 2020 no omo chasi biom omo fank for mobile phone numbers ena omo de sika etum na me de na meka ne se obi a utibe ye asa sika no beba bedo wo mobile so anase ye beba be kan ahye won sa mesrew eye won fifre sika eye wo bre sika sa sika no je na ye den na di enso wo koto aba kai ense wo twe a ohia achew kai ahochira wonamu kai ejuma wonya binye kai yesika sema asai na koto abapa ema NDC minadum iya ina maza da mata ina gere kuduka ranar asabar za mu jefa kuriya ku yankuri don Allah ku tuna wahalan da mun bi cikin sakarunga a cikin Ghana da Bawumia da Akufo-Addo ke duban Ghana idan za mu jefa kuriya mu tuna wahalan da mun yi mu tuna nyuwan da ya ji mu sai mu je mu jefa kuriyarmu mu ba NDC yanda ake ce cikin wakan nan sun yi me sun yi failing don su yi me su zo su kwashe kayansu ce sai umar faili on bai su sa mu nyoma kowa ya sani a lokacin NDC musulmai da zongoni muna samu cin gaba don shi mu duka za mu jefa kuriyarmu mu ba NDC saboda NDC ta zo ta rage kudin haji muruka mu samu mu je Makka mu je mu yi sallah. Ezu yau idan za ka hajj kudin da ana karban ya zama $4,550. NDC ya zo za mu yanka $1,000 mu yare mu yi shi $3,500 yanda da ike lokacin NDC. Minyanum ene sekramodika sa oko Mecca omojinu sika $4,500 aye be 75,000 na dollar so enko soro sidi mom na apeja enti yede nyame ya adominim so be ya adom so NDC ba sa sika na omoje for Mecca no yebe te abafom yebe yi $1,000 efri so na asamba $3,500 send a net here abra NDC woho ezu eza danwa yena iya yena maza da mata zamu kara muku holiday guda akan Idul Fitr holiday na saboda waransu na kwance su yi sallah yau sai waransu su yi sallah gobe amma holiday na guda kede ne don shi za mu kara guda saboda an yi sallah yau a samu ranar futawa an yi sallah gobe a samu ranar futawa ezu inyebi me min gaje fe wala ke 7 December ni ba oba for shiki ni NPP Bawumia ke Akufo-Addo noni ake wo fe asomwa alakawo nona ake fe anye afe ni agbeneke okwega na mefe wompi homonyewo NDC yo ake homonyewo no mi aho ke ohe komi 1 cedi ni she agbene 5 cedis ni namo wo fe wole ake homoni ake eyewo mene ni homonyewo wa adienche ewo wo ba fo wo shiki koni NDC abasa ma ni wo telegana kegme back on his feet Minyanum medamu nyina se na ye fa ahudi a etosu mienu ena ebe abato a yebetu ye daachi abato ena ebeto enne katasi shene proye ajiga na ha nyina Abraham ye mampenyi national service yebeto se na omudi dini bi aka ho ena omu yesika no ye ma bia na ekoye nhwem ye pam national service officers 110 ye yomo ewe jumam ebi mu ye de omu kogina court chese na asem no court enne mekotia ye se nya ye kon etia ye no Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia asande aba national service for munti omuka mudi omuka be 6 months allowances and so much be gumu asaman kwa enewom bosumi bia mu yi sika no bosumi bia ye say omunya 28 million Ghana cedis bosumi bia aden na mo de sika na ko hye mo mpaase na mo kwa ni mo ebusia ena enya ho faso hwe airport amisi ye Airport in you see $250 million. Terminal 3. Now, Modi E-Gate per Ebesiwa. E-Gate no bo exchange Terminal 3 nina. Ezu. Now, Monim at the frontier. Monim at the frontier. Akufo-Addo ataso. Say, Opese Bawumia Ebeje Akunyano. Ebe say, Opese Obekata Neto. Say, Nebeya Ombenya Sumje, no more Kodi Omusika. Also, Ambassador. Trader Ponyankupo say, NDC and NPP. Na yabanso asika omwe nyina Japadia, Ghana for Japadia omafom. Ye bedi omwechi ni aje ade asa de abema Ghana for. Ezu Eza Ora Bawumia say we are moving from taxation to production. Meanwhile, Okasa not the 20 B air kahon, not the 20 B air kahon. And Ghana and I yet 12 doors to change Africa main na 1890 say yaba ilebia ya ka se momo fantoso no ye be ye free ho ezu emaburu metie mo sufre mo betting tax no so ye be ye free ho ezu COVID levy ye be ye free ho eza emreda so na yenim say ye nua no mo de emre bia abato ebeba ompese omuyem enti ya nyanentie na mepesa isi ebusa omoho eye den na NPP enya printing plates na ye de printing ballot papers any registers are omo printing omade ene ameno ka say yesi hohoi ya cheka biom ballot papers ne enyoma wom ena omo ya say omo beje car no it is our station of sawo hohoi we release this car na nyabe adom ne eba ye ne obedi ento de cheka no na ngina ho a ewo ho golokwate yesi ewo golokwate ena omo ache car no ezu enti ne twato mesre ya bambo for ya police for any electoral commission for monhu Ghana mobo na ejuma omoyi musem monkoye no yesre mo monye mo ejuma no frenchem se ne be ya nia Ghana for pe no eno ene be ye ho enti mesre mo omo be hwa abato no so omo hwe no monye ho ejuma yie meme da ye ko Obia hwehwe chinie no men ko kase wo hwehwe number 8 because about okrata no ye ntro number bia wo so enti ne obe hwehwe ani chinie no na wo chinie na wo de ukokromoti na wo de abo enkinumu na wo de team ballot paper no so ezu wo de ukokromoti team ballot paper no so wia na what the entumago eda ho no ana tissue no now they are papa okokromoti ni ye se na be ya ink no be wo ansa no asa sokrata num enya sa se ink na wo na okosom na ekọ team baby foforo a ene wa ba na sei enti papa okokromoti ni ye ansa no aso krata no no abobo na odi akotum enti 7 December enye yin na abeto aba NPP for ni bi na omo pese omo dada Ghana for say ebi beto saadai ebi beto saadai saadie na sankrofo no ye no it's a crime, it's a criminal offense na minim say omo party was so nti omo nya omo hwe but criminal offense any expiry date NDC ba na bi ne sankrofo no omo ye sa no ye be che omatum In Ghana's law, it is a crime to mislead voters. It is there in the law. Into Obia or yes, Serbia, any Obia or Baya Serbia, NDC ba, Yabecho Maso. Ezu, Eza, Eti, Minanum, Emse, Madame Wase. Mumubia, Mobaye, Yabi Shramo, Moko Tesua, Yame Enfamoko Asumdremo. Na asempa mwate wahano momfa nko bebia Ghana ha bebia na kache obia se obia enhye ne sapo musuo ebe se emre na ba emre na so memenda ebe nyame adom Ghana ebeto aba na nyame bekasa nyame ebekasa ebedru ana jofa Kasa yebete ewo Ghana ha ene se nyame adom NDC edinkunim ewa batonum medamo ase nyame na mecha to okra medana na jena se medana mosquito ase ye general secretary omunyina ya ye jumaden bosom en9 ye 9 ye home enso ni na nyame ebeshira so ama ni adaya kuma so no ayeye ni etwa to kra medofo lodina ono so medana se ezu ono so abua campaign ne papa wo hwe maternity wards Bako biensa fefefe a wesi amankrofo enre ya okoho hohoi ekobie renovated health center Lordina Jamisra na mienye nye kofie na eja meka nyaka masum yemode. Bye bye, thank you, safe journey to all of you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you.
I did that count. Breaking halfway, doctor. I want to cross your sector. Nobody that count. You breaking halfway, doctor. Me and the lighter. I want to cross your spectrum. I know they care what they say. Anything I go pay. Over and over again. I know they care what they say. Anything I go pay, I go love you over and over and over and over again. God to the soul. African child down by far from my heart. What you say? What you say? God to the soul. Let's go! Everybody! Tell me what you want. You want it for the front or you want it for the back? Yeah, give it for the everybody. Everybody say we are ready for life. Where you want to the redeem of it? Something that I can never do. Where you want to the redeem of it? something that I can never take. What you say? I will be on the drum, but I will what? I can't hear you! Gazi, give me the next song, Gazi!
And it does look like it's all over at the Zurich Park, Medina, where the NDC has just ended their final major rally with that address by the flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama. Well, we'll be crossing over shortly to the Legon Sports Complex for the final speeches also from the flag bearer, of course, the president and the former president. But let's take a quick break here on your election headquarters. It's our special coverage. We're right back. So staying with us here, let me take you now to the Legon Sports Complex where President Akufo-Addo is about to speak. We apologize for the late start. We had poor quality in sound.
Anyway, the Casa Mewa. Yes, it's all Casano, or no Banwa Babe Casa. Adia Swasa Muba Swache, the Kakami Wakano, Yamami and Sa Titru, and I'm a person that can was. Otilachi Mimenda, Yakwako Tuaba, Aden, and a yin aya Kase, Bawumia, and a Sia Kotua Abanomani. There's a very simple, obvious reason. He's the best candidate in the race. Is Mahama Bawumia. The NPP has the best candidate in the race, in the person of Mahama Bawumia. The most outstanding vice president in the history of our country. Honest man, a man of unimpeachable integrity. I've been working with him for 16 years. So be wagana obetu mi edi Bawumia ho dance a me nanado dankwa Akufo-Addo. Me brilliant banker. Agawamba politics more by this time with the governor several times over. Naminya Ghana NPP 4, and then when Frank share me start 2008. Now because said this me person bano be coming home. Near kwa kiasi because me near me pi one who had to be abua or man in consul. Or place so. Now 2008. Eye kakrebi so ayeyi unyakopon senye ya brano no 2012 so sa 2016 and obi kwa no ma. Now 8 years in opposition, 8 years in government. This man is now well prepared to be the next president of the Republic of Ghana. If you don't say what they will experience, we'll be on over there, one term, the only one-term president in the Fourth Republic. That's our experience. But if your experience is the experience of failure, what is the use of that experience to the people of Ghana? If your experience is the experience of failure, what use is to the people of Ghana? It's a massive tetia, Misramo, Memendabe, Mobiadi hymno, Mobiadi hymno. Yakuponsa Eyikwana Mae. Uku dem one year the krata do shawonsa. Ubie krata noa. Esroha. Number one. Number one. Baby Oslo no war. Bawumia phone so boninche na honwa. He has baby krata no. Now, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. Number 1 is wrong. That's wrong. It's you know so. Mutuma Bawumia so. What would they say of Parliament? I'm going to opposition speaker. Officer or hard day of Parliament. Wow. Misamo, me and yourself from Sonubio. NPP parliamentary candidates one is number one. Yan Tuma one pity. One in Black Parliament and they had to Bapa. Missing your man, Yansana Pezameka. They're Tosulino. Abaye Kwakotui. Yakwakoto Ghana, Dachi Ahu Abba. On Saturday, we're going to be voting about the future development of our country. Ode baba ya ne fapem no de binso ababe kaho apejo manu akomanani. That's the person we're looking for. Somebody who has a program for the future of our country. Somebody who understands what are the geopolitics and the strategies of this 21st century. The biggest task before every country in the world is how to master the fourth industrial revolution. The first industrial revolution, we in Africa, we missed out. On the contrary, we were its victims. We missed out the second. We missed out the third. We missed the fourth industrial revolution. And God has gifted us, Ghana, a leader who understands what it takes to succeed with the fourth industrial revolution. We have a man who has a clear idea of how digital technology, artificial intelligence is going to help us leap our development forward. We should not miss this opportunity. We should not miss this opportunity. We should not miss, especially you, the young people whom I see so many of you before us. We're looking for somebody who has a clear plan for our country. Or somebody who's going to come and talk to us about the 24-hour economy. When you ask, what does it mean? Or say it's voluntary. It's voluntary. What's the government policy? It's voluntary. What's the evidence? Government policy. It's voluntary. Now, where's your policy? Where's your policy? And Ramutian will BBC so. I want to say, son of him. 24-hour. To Michelle, 4 solid years in our country. Yes. You couldn't keep the lights on for 12 hours a day. How are you going to guarantee us a 24-hour economy when you couldn't keep the lights on for 12 hours a day? I convert and if you go where did the Baba yet Mawagana? Where did the Baba yet Mawagana? It is the development of our country which is at stake. These last 8 years, we have seen some unprecedented developments in our country. The expansion of our infrastructure in all areas. Road infrastructure, educational infrastructure, our health infrastructure, our IT infrastructure. We've seen amazing leaps. And all these achievements that were done under my government, beside me, on my right hand, was Mahama Bawumia, who enabled us to make these achievements. Free senior high school policy. Some people said we couldn't do it. We needed 12. We need to add this one. We needed 20 years before we could have free senior high school. Today, 5.7 million young Ghanaians have benefited from the policy. When I came, the school population was 800,000 in senior secondary school. Today, it's 1.6 million in senior high school education in the population of today. We have doubled the number of young people who are going to school. Not only have we broadened the access, we have also improved the quality. Last year, the WACC results, the senior high school students in Ghana were the best in the history of the examination. The best. We have a political leader whose concept of policy is reviewing and cancelling, reviewing and cancelling. Reviewing policy is not policy. Cancelling policy is not policy. Policy is a positive statement of what you are going to do, not what you are going to cancel, not what you are going to review. But we know one thing. This man's hostility to the free senior high school concept has been consistent right from the beginning up till today. And we know that if we make the mistake of giving him power, that policy is going to be cancelled. Are we prepared to see the free senior high school policy cancelled in Ghana? Are we prepared to see that policy being cancelled in Ghana? In the same way, the expansion of our health infrastructure. When we unveiled the policy of Agenda 111, he said, "Oh, it was your friend said, okay, said, I say, what will be that? Only power party, mane, any eyezu, eyeza, eyaza, all our guys will be aza. Ya me talk so also. Ya me talk so also. Na me ya ni aza. Na Agenda 111 no. I say here to me here. And now me no more kase. And now I'm in the Mokase, Makoko Bie and Miansa and so, and then Yemua, Asantemai, Bako, our Western region, our Hunter West. The first three Agenda 111 hospitals have come on stream as of today that I speak to you. Nadiakano, if you all baby, and son 7 December, 7 January, Abba me basic for. Now they mean to me, you know, the meaning say, Mahama Bawumia, Oba Beyeni, Oba Wababe. So across the length and breadth of our country and of our society and economy, the things that we have done to reshape the future of our country, those things will be at risk if we don't make the right decision tomorrow on Saturday in Ghana. Fellow Ghanaians, fellow Ghanaians, Number one. Now, the third thing I want to say tonight, Miss Ramo, Mobia and fa abato basu memende India grow. Obia yet shown the ding a world right to vote, Miss Ramo, Munina, Mumbo, Namokoto Mwaba, na monto aba no so ema Mahama Bawumia. Na me de kasa ba wie ade ba ko asi enra ema rehu bebre na enya me de so se me de rehu asam ade ba be wie me kasa na so sasemi man ka ho asam adama bi me na me ye mampanyi obi ba kasa wote ho ena o man nyema asi ye wo Ghana. There's a priest who is a close, intimate partner, colleague of John D. Mahama. Yesterday, he asked the people of Ghana that we should not vote for Bawumia because Bawumia is a Muslim. I'm amazed that a man of God who's supposed to be tolerant and love all humanity can make such a statement. I take it to be a sign of the desperation in the quarters of the NDC that now they're resorting to religious provocations to be able to get their candidate. The catch also follow. So oni bibi papa bi ka ema de openua mo onfa ntatani pepe mo emba ye mo wo Ghana ye pen papa mo bia e wasasi so. We don't want any divisions on ethnic or religious ground. First no, and this was say yeah. Narrow party, Akam party. Mahama Chakatra Bawumia. So then the Kasa. Obeso Beye NPP Kendini and sound of Timini Kasa. Look so Nimse NPP for FM Manoda. If so, you slim me or your cremoni. Na ena. Ya this ni kromoni ababa ye kendini mitisa Mahama ka se o nana monya me no bo e mamo on kan sa na ni awu on tumi ka no akwa akote asofo achi e ka ansamwa emfata ye mpese obia di mpapa mu bebo man mu Yehudi esi wa West Africa. We see what is happening in our neighbors. What divisions, religious divisions are provoking all around us. We have lived in harmony. All the religions of Ghana have lived in harmony in this country. Mosque, church, imam, priest, all of us have lived in harmony in this country. We don't want anybody to come to disturb the harmony and the comity that exists in our country. That is not the way forward for Ghana. I know that very rarely does John Mahama respond to me, but today I'm going to ask him a simple question. Is he going to repudiate what the priest said? Or does he agree with what the priest said? He should let the people of Ghana know whether or not he agrees with what this priest said or whether he opposes it. If he opposes it, which he should, if he's a Ghanaian statesman with what he seems to be, he should come out and say, ono dia nyasa ena ye nadwe no bia ehu se ampa opani ono sai kase enya kasa e sonani Baba to aba be yidia na konyu amatrase oba be traso o mechi Misramo, me nyamfo so bia. Now, upward trajectory of our country, our economy, after all the difficulties we have been through, today is in a much stronger position than it was when Mahama was in office. Our economy today is in a much stronger position. The rates of growth that we have today is much stronger than anything that took place in Mahama's time. So we are on an upward trajectory. Don't let us elect people who are going to send us back to difficulties. Onyakupo Islamunya. On said Islamunya. Now, Brenedu. Samesume Baba Fred. You can't deny. Odiya Baba Koyanim, the president of Ghana for the future of our country. The man who is going to take Ghana to the next level of its development. Muhammadu Bawumia, my worthy vice president, who is going to be my worthy successor.
Mumbonsam. Wow. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, First Lady, Your Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Ghana, my beautiful Samira, the incoming Vice President, my running mate, Apu and his beautiful wife, all protocol observed. Kukudu. I want to thank God Almighty for this day and for the signal of the showers of blessings that He has given to us as we go to Saturday for our election. I have been on the campaign trail pretty much for the last year. I have visited 276 constituencies across the country. Broad representation of the people. I've met the chiefs, I've met the pastors, I've met the imams, I've met the Zongo chiefs as well. I have met the artisans, I have met the nurses and doctors, the disabled, all across. And I have received a lot of advice from them. And I am very grateful, and a lot of support. What I can tell you from my campaign tours across all the 276 constituencies is that if we all, on December 7th, on Saturday, if we all get up and go to the polling station and vote by midnight on December 7th, we will all hear that the NPP has won the 2024 presidential and parliamentary election. Today, we will win the presidential election and we will win the parliamentary majority because of the good work that we have done as a party. I want to thank God because I am standing on the shoulders of great men. I want you to give a standing ovation to these great men, former President J. Akufo and President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
our two presidents we have produced, and presidents we have produced as the new patriotic party, and they have performed marvelously. I am standing on their shoulders, and I hope to benefit from all that they have done and their advice also going forward. They can say, opinion and I am lucky to have two opinion who are going to advise me. The reason why we are going to win this election is because of the work that we have done, the achievements of this government, and our vision going forward. This election is a clear choice between the future and the past. My opponent represents the past, and I, Dr. Bawumia, represents the future of this country. So, the choice that we have on Saturday as we go to vote is whether we want to go forward into the future or backwards into the past. Yekoenin anase yesayichi. Muna tegaba ko muna zobaya. Gaba ko baya. Tiechanga toni beti alamla nyanga. Tiechanga toni beti alamla nyanga. We in the NPP, the work that we have done is underpinned by a mindset of possibilities. We believe in possibilities. We believe it is possible to transform this country into an advanced nation. And we have been living by this. Not many people thought it was possible to do national health insurance, but President Akufo-Addo did it. Not many people thought we could do free maternal care, but President Akufo-Addo did it. Not many people thought we could do school feeding, but President Akufo-Addo did it. This is about possibilities and a mindset of possibilities. When my opponent came into office, can you remember one policy, that initiative that we implemented in 8 years? 8 years. What did he implement? Was it Dumso or was it a confirm? He could not come out with any policy initiative affecting the whole country. One initiative. So the choice is simple. Are we going into the future with a mindset of possibilities, or are we going into the past with a mindset of Nkoko Nkiti? And sometimes it is important to remind ourselves, because we are a problem-solving government. And Akufo-Addo over the last 8 years has demonstrated this superbly. We have been solving problems. When we came into office and many people could not send their children to senior high school, we said free senior high school education for everyone. We have solved that problem. 5.7 million children are going. But what is even more important, When we came into office, there were more boys than girls in senior high school. For every 100 boys, we had 68 girls. Today, there are more girls than boys in senior high school. And as the president said, their performance has dramatically increased. The core 6 subjects of WACC, the pass rate in 2016 was 24%. Last year, it was 64%. And the top 3 students in the whole of West Africa in the WACC exam last year, number 1, number 2, number 3, all came from Ghana. All came from Ghana. I therefore was not surprised, but I was pleasantly surprised when the data ranking the 54 African countries by quality of education. There were 54 countries. 2 weeks ago, the data came out. Ghana is number 2 in the whole of Africa in terms of quality of education. Number 2 in the whole of Africa. Tunisia is number 1. Ghana is number 2 in the whole of Africa. Children, we have not left it at free SHS. We've brought free technical and vocational education. We have invested 6 billion Ghana cedis over the last 7 years in technical and vocational education, the highest of any government since independence. We have restored the teacher training allowances that were cancelled. We have restored the nursing training allowances that were cancelled. In the area of healthcare, we have seen dramatic improvement. Major investment in health infrastructure, hospitals. We are seeing major hospitals that we are working on, even excluding Agenda 111. And the president has started commissioning the Agenda 111, and I will continue to commission them all the way into next year. There is no government in the history of Ghana that has invested more in health infrastructure than the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. No government. None. When we came into office, Ghana had just 37 ambulances, the whole of Ghana, and we said 1 constituency, 1 ambulance. Today we have 307 ambulances in the National Ambulance Service. We had major problems with the National Health Insurance. It was collapsing. It was reverting to cash and carry. We have paid most of their debts, and diseases that were not covered under National Health Insurance, we have brought them in. Childhood cancer is now covered by National Health Insurance. Sickle cell disease, the drug hydroxyurea, is now covered by National Health Insurance. And since December 1st, just a few days ago, Ghana is now providing free kidney dialysis under National Health Insurance. We have brought many initiatives to bear. We have issued the Ghana card. President Akufo passed the NIA Act in 2008. 8 years of the Mahama administration, they couldn't issue the Ghana card. And when we came into office, the president asked me to champion the issue of the Ghana card, and today we have issued the Ghana card to our citizens. We have done, when we came into office, Ghana did not have a working address system. You had to use landmarks by the tree, by the blue house for directions in many places. Today, we have implemented the digital property address system, and you can find anywhere in Ghana, any location in Ghana. Ghana, our own Ghana, is the second country in the whole world to implement a digital property address system. We have solved a major problem. We have brought in mobile money interoperability. Today, Ghana has done something no other African country has done. We have made our domestic payment system totally interoperable. Your Momo account today is working like a bank account. When I said that with Momo interoperability, everybody will have a bank account, my opponents never understood it. They talked about brick and mortar bank account. I'm talking about digital bank accounts. Digital bank accounts. Today, with what we have done with mobile money interoperability, in the whole of Africa, it is only Ghana that has complete domestic payments interoperability. Only Ghana. And we have 100% access to financial inclusion. Today, we have brought drones to help in the delivery of medical services, blood to help in the delivery of vaccines and drugs. And today, our drones, we have 6 centers for medical drones, and they are delivering medicines to 2,700 hospitals and health facilities across Ghana. Today, Ghana, our own Ghana, is the whole world, the leading medical drone delivery service in the whole world. The whole world. We are leading. In the area of agriculture, we came up with the Planting for Food and Jobs program. The Planting for Food and Jobs program is one of the most successful agricultural programs that we have implemented in this country. We have more than doubled the rate of growth in agriculture, and we have increased food security in Ghana. You see, the whole of Africa, we have 54 countries. The countries with the most food security, or if you rank the countries by food security, Ghana is number 3 in Africa, and out of the 54 countries, number 3 in Africa in terms of food security. South Africa is number 1, Kenya is number 2, and Ghana is number 3. It shows that we have done something right. When you come to the macro economy, what is clear is that notwithstanding the challenges we've had, we have performed better than the government of John Dramani Mahama. Across, we have grown the economy more than him. Overall GDP growth is higher. Agricultural growth under us is higher. Industrial growth is higher. If you look at the budget deficit, ours is lower. You look at the primary balance, ours is lower. You look at gross international reserves, ours is higher. You look at exchange rate depreciation, ours is lower. Ours is lower. Sometimes they don't even understand the data. Do the math and you see that notwithstanding the problems we've had in the global economy and our exchange rate depreciation at 72% over 8 years is lower than your 74% over 8 years. So we have created more jobs than he has. He was creating unemployment. We were creating jobs. We have kept the lights on. So when it comes to the macro economy, it is night and day. We have done better across. Then when you look at infrastructure, we have done almost too much, isn't it? We have done more roads than his government, isn't it? We have built more airports than his government, more interchanges than his government, more hospitals than his government, more schools than his government, more courts than his government, more fish landing sites than his government, more public libraries than his government, more fiber optic cable than his government, more sanitation facilities than his government, more stronger infrastructure than his government, more infrastructure for the military, the navy, and the army, and the police than his government. So there is not one area, one in infrastructure, one that he can compete with us. Not one across all the sectors. The data is clear. So when he said the performance of his government was better than ours, I said to him, if you believe that, then come for a debate, one-on-one. Let us show whether it's the case or not. Come for a debate. Come for a debate. When you come for a debate, you cannot come and say, hey, Yesu, and go away. I'll pin you down with the facts and data. I'll pin you down with the facts and data. I will pin you down. When I told him to come, na osuro, ojani tisem kukon kiti, ojani. So, on what basis does John Mahama want to come back? What is the basis? You cannot say you've done better in education, not in healthcare, not in agriculture, not in infrastructure, not in digitalization. Maybe you have done better in Dumso, I confirm, and then Kokon Kiti. That's it. We want a government that is going to move this country into the fourth industrial revolution. I have many initiatives that I am bringing. I want Ghana to move away from a dependence on oil and gas to solar power. Solar power. Solar power. We are going to bring down the cost of electricity by 50%, and we are going to do it by moving to solar power. We are going to move to electric vehicles in public transportation. We have started to do the pilot. By moving to electric vehicles, we are going to bring down the cost of public transport by 50% to everybody. We are bringing down the cost of public transport. We are going to leverage the private sector of this economy to create jobs. The private sector holds the key to our wealth creation and prosperity. I am going to make sure that at least 3% of GDP, that is 30 billion Ghana cedis, is ceded to the private sector from the public sector to create jobs for our economy. Choboli, I am going to bring a flat tax regime to Ghana. A flat tax regime for our imports, a flat tax regime for our incomes, and that will make it very, very easy for tax collection and understanding compliance and so on. So Ghana will have, by the grace of God, a flat tax regime next year. To make sure we all start on a clean slate, I'm bringing in a tax amnesty for all businesses and individuals next year so that we move. The transformation of this country cannot be done without railway infrastructure. We, in the first 8 years, we have been focusing a lot on our roads. I am going to bring in the required investment to build our railway infrastructure. Accra, Kumasi, Paga, Kumasi, Takoradi, Ejisu, Eduade, Awasu, Ninahene, Eduade. We are going to do all those railways and create jobs for this country. We are also going to enter into the decade of housing. We are going to address the decade of housing. We are going to build houses just like Singapore did with private sector capital. And I'm going to move. Look, let me tell you one thing. State Housing Corporation, during President Mahama's term of office, state housing, they built only 12 houses. 12. During our term, we have built over 1,000 houses in state housing. When you go to Tema Development Corporation, TDC, during Mahama's period, they built 0 housing. 0. During our period, TDC has built over 1,000 houses. So, when I tell you that we are going to go into a decade of housing, I know what I'm talking about. We are going to go into a decade of housing to leverage on the private sector to build housing. And housing means jobs, carpenters, masons, electricians, plumbers, windows people, roofers, a lot of jobs to all our people. So we are in the digital world. And I want to provide the youth digital skills. I want to train at least 1 million youth of Ghana in digital skills. They can stay here in Ghana, work in America, work in Canada, work in Singapore, work in the UK, work in Australia, right from here in Ghana. We are in the digital world. You will get digital skills. Jamai, we have many policies that we have put in our manifesto. Of course, I cannot put all of them out here tonight, but I have been talking about them. One key policy is the credit scoring system. The credit scoring system. We are going to change Ghana with this credit scoring system. Today, if you finish school, you are working, everything you have to buy is cash. Everything is cash. We have introduced a credit scoring system, and very soon we will be buying things from next year and be paying small, and everybody will see an increase in their standard of living. This is a major policy that we are bringing. We are also going to see, as we go forward, under my government, all persons with disability will go for university and tertiary education for free. All persons with disability will go for tertiary education for free under my government. We are going to transform this country, move it to another level. As we go, on Saturday to make the choice. The choice is between the former president who represents the past and myself. You should ask yourself, who can better unite this country? Who can better unite the diversity of this country? Who can bring innovative ideas to propel Ghana into the fourth industrial revolution? Who has the integrity? Who has the integrity to fight corruption in this country? Who has the integrity to fight corruption in this country? Who has the compassion for the disabled, for the vulnerable, for the sick in our society? Who cares about the needy? Who can protect free senior high school education? Who can protect free SHS? Who can protect teacher training allowances? Who can protect nursing training allowances? Who can bring more development to our Zongo communities? You should mull all these questions and ask yourself, who will work very hard and selflessly for the people of Ghana? Who will work very hard and selflessly for the people of Ghana? Who can protect our natural resources? Who can protect our natural resources? If you ask yourselves all these questions, there's only one answer, and that answer is number one. It's number one. It's number one. It's number one. That answer is clearly Dr. Bawumia. And that answer is clearly the NPP parliamentary candidates in all our constituencies. Number one. I don't need a honeymoon. I don't need a honeymoon. I know what I want to do from day one in the presidency. Give me the chance to transform this nation. I have my own vision. I have my own vision. I have my own ideas. I'm going to build on our splendid record and transform Ghana and propel Ghana and unleash the forces of the private sector in Ghana to bring in the investment to transform this country. So it's number one, 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 number one. It's number one. Trouble. Mabisi. Tidabai, Nia Panganga, Molaya Zayina, Asibradari, Katuvoti, Kelvoti number one, NT, Dr. Bawumia, the NPP Jintoro, Banga constituency Maza. Iya Namazada Patajama, Salam Alaikum. Naso, Lan Asibra, Kufita, Kuzo, Kuvote, Kubai, Dr. Bawumia, number one. Number one, Mr. Obia said, Yam Inina, Yamba police station, Miminda, Nayan to Apanu boom, and man number one, number one, number one, number one, number one. Yamina say, Yamusha,
What a day it's been. It's the major final rallies for the NDC and the NPP, and it's just ending at the Legon Sports Complex, University of Ghana, Legon Sports Complex, and where the flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has just wrapped it all up for the two parties. We heard also from the NDC's John Dramani Mahama, and it looks like that's it for today in terms of campaigning. It's just drawing to a close, and the gentlemen are with me here in the studios. I'm sure many thoughts that you've left me, but they're still here in the studios. I would love to hear a lot from you in terms of what you've heard so far from the two campaign platforms. You've been weighing the messages from President Akufo-Addo all the way to John Dramani Mahama, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. Maybe I'll start from Raymond. Let's take a quick 1 minute each, and then we can just wrap up because we have tomorrow, election eve, at 7 p.m. right here on your election headquarters.
In terms of organization, I think that the NDC did a better job. In terms of